Hi everyone, it's me, Logan Quinn. As you can tell by the title, I am doing a new makeup tutorial, and it kind of reminds me of a, I don't know, phoenix or something like that, some kind of bird, and the reason it's so dramatic, is obviously because I love dramatic looks, but also because I have now 100 subscribers. I'm very happy about that. So thank you, all of you who have subscribed to me, and for those of you who are just checking me out, definitely subscribe. So, yes, let's get started. So first off, I am going to be using Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the old container. I don't think they sell this one in this container anymore. And I'm going to put a little bit down below, over where my dark circle is. I have dark circles underneath my eyes. So, I don't know if you have watched my other video, about my most favorite products, or something like that. My most favorite products, I don't know, but I mentioned this. I'll put a link to the video right here so you can check that out. And I use this for under eye concealer, everything, so yes. Now I'm first going to put on some concealer. I am using e.l.f. What is this stuff? Mine kind of broke, I apologize, but this is the e.l.f. under eye concealer and highlighter. I'm using the concealer side, and I'm in I think the lightest one, actually. And because it's myself, I'm just going to dab it on. If I were doing this on a client, I definitely would be using a brush. But I'm not doing it on a client right now, so. And I'm using Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc Free Mineral Correcting Powder in Creamy Natural. And last but not least, I'm going to use this, which is e.l.f. Translucent Mattifying Powder. I'm just going to use a little bit of that. This is just going to help it mattify it and help conceal any yellowness from the powder. So it looks like that. Now we're moving on to the eyeshadow. The first eyeshadow I'm going to be using is Love Plus from Sugarpill. This is a very matte red eyeshadow. I featured it in my favorite products. I still don't remember the name of that video, but like I said, there will be a link to it. There will also be a link to it in the description box. So I'm just going to pat that on. I'm going to put it in like a curved motion. I'm going to take my finger just to blend some of that color so it's not so like... And I'm going to bring that color just to where my iris stops, which is the color around the pupil, and it looks like that. I don't know if you can see. Next, I'm going to take the brush I used was a domed eyeshadow brush. Next brush I'm going to be using is this. This is a small eyeshadow brush. I'm going to be using this eyeshadow palette. This is from my Color Workshop palette. It's distributed by Markwins International, just in case you guys are wondering. And these eyeshadows are baked. And I'm taking the reddish orange one, which is next to the purple. I'm just going to take that right where I stopped with the red, and I'm going to start to apply that. And I'm going to blend the red and the red-orange together. As you can see. Next I'm going to take, this is the green one, or the greens kind of palette, and I'm using the gold color, the yellowish gold, that is right underneath the true gold color. I'm using the same brush. I'm just going to apply that. I'm going to blend that as well. I'm going to drag it into the orange. That helps blend it. And I'm also going to put it right where the red or the pinkish part of my inner tear duct stops. That's where I'm going to bring it to. So it looks like that. I have newer lighting, so I'm kind of, this is just a bit of an experiment, so yeah. That's why I'm going up close and going out, so just so you guys know if you're wondering. Next I'm going to take the MAC 209 SE brush. This is a special edition brush. It's the short-handled brush. I'm taking and putting some water on it. And I'm going to be taking that green palette again, and I'm going to be taking this color. This is very similar to Junebug Pigment or Junebug Loose Eyeshadow from Sugarpill. So if you can get that, then you're golden. And I'm just going to do that as the liner underneath the bottom lash line. And we're going to wing it out about to the eyebrow. And so it looks like that. Now, we're going to take and drag this into the yellow to kind of get that fade, so that way they blend together nicely. I'm going to take a little bit of that green, and since our brush is kind of starting to dry, that'll help it a little bit more. So that's that. Looks like that. Next, I'm going to take the gold color again, before I do the liner and everything, the black liner. I'm going to be taking the same gold, and I'm going to apply that for the brow highlight. And then I'm going to blend the color once I'm done applying it to the intensity that I want it to be. I'm going to take my blending brush, and start to blend that. Blend the red and the gold together. But not too much. We're not trying to get too much of a gradient. So it looks like that. Next, I'm going to take Jessie's Girl eyeliner in black. If I had Smolder, I would be using it, but I don't have Smolder. I need to get another one. I need to get another stick of Smolder. And now I'm just going to close my eye and tight line. Tight lining is optional, because I know some people cannot really do that, but I can. I'm thankful that I can. So it looks like that. Next, I'm going to set the black eyeshadow. And I am going to do mascara now. Mascara I'm using is Zoom Lash from MAC. This is a sample one. Or a mini one. I'm not sure. I think it's considered a mini because it came with a Christmas collection. I think it was the one from 2009. And I'm going to put some on the bottom lash line. And for blush, I'm going to use Fox in a Box from Hard Candy, and this one is in Truth or Dare. And I'm going to be applying that with my MAC 187, which is a stippling brush. I know a few companies make stippling brushes. MAC is not the only one. And I'm just going to tap that onto my cheek. And because I have a square face shape, and yes, I have a square face, I'm like to go up, so that way it kind of circles my eye, and that kind of softens the squareness of my face. And it looks like that. Now for lips, I used Wet n Wild. Which one is this? This one is 901B, which I would describe it as a pale, or not really a pale pink, but it's kind of a princess pink is what I like to describe it as. I'd like to describe it as a princess pink. It's not too pale, but it's not too dark. It's kind of just right. It's similar to, oh, which one is it? NYC Snow Cone. In case you're wondering. They're very, very similar, just so you know. So if you can't find the Wet n Wild one, go for the one from NYC, which is New York color. And then I topped that off with Revlon Midnight Swirl in Taupeless. This is just a nice mid-tone gray. Oh, not gray. Brown. It's more on the gray side. And that is it. So yeah, that's about it. Leave comments, feedback, and all that stuff down below in the comment section. Comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Until next time.